was just wondering how things going, guys. I'm sure you feel the same as we do. Our festive season is definitely in the past, and we can feel, the year, it's serious stuff. And just wondered how our rhythms and the flow's going.
So I always find February probably one of the big pivotal months in the year. You know, January, we wake up on the 1st of January or 2nd of January, and you start getting into one or two good things. But in February, you realize that we're not in Wonderland, that there is things that need to be done, and that the pressures of life are there. And February is often that month where you need to recenter and push through. Otherwise, you run the risk of just getting back into another type of year, an average year. Put it this way, have you experienced anything like that?
I think sometimes when I look at what I wanted to do and then the pressures of life, I can see, like you say, you almost need to recenter, go back, look at the list of things that you really desire to do to help support one's vitality and show up strong. And for me, it's the tweaking of, all right, maybe I can't spend an hour at gym, but can I at least get there for 20 to 30 minutes? Or, so it's just, I've had to shorten quite a bit of my time allocation to the things I really long to do.
Yeah, and you know, I've always said that 30 minutes in gym is better than no minutes in gym. And what you're saying there is really important, because we've got to keep certain rhythms in our life within the pressures. What can happen though is we just lose it all, and so suddenly we're not going to gym at all. I found February interesting because I really had a good start to this year. Some good things that I've implemented: good journaling, good fitness practices, good health habits, just in a really, really good space. And then hit February, and I, one, got sick, two, I started to travel again. And it's amazing how those things just, it's like, oh no, I'm losing this. But I also think what we need to do is it is the application of grace to say, yeah, you knew this was going to happen, and you've got this, and like you say, it's just minor adjustments that you're doing, but just don't let it all go.
I think that harsh critic, that inner bully comes in, and it's like, oh yeah, you see, why do you bother? You know it's going to happen. It's happened year after year. Don't even try, and it's almost taming that voice in, no, maybe it is a bit of a challenge, but I am still in control to a certain degree with things, and it's applying, like you said, grace towards the actions we take here. You know?
And you're quite strong on this, and I really like it. It's have resets all the time, and if you think of it, every Sunday, Monday is a potential reset, and that's good. To reset is what takes you back to the start. A beautiful line from Michelle Obama. And we need these resets, and the resets can also in a way be daily. Daily I just reset myself towards that which I most want to do. And it sounds like a lot of hard work in a way, but I suppose if we want to live the life we want to live, it's grace, and it's like, just start doing it again. James Clear in Atomic Habits says we're all going to have those days where the habit is broken, but it's what do you do on the second day, the next day, because if you do nothing on the next day, now you've got a new habit forming. But I just think February is this wonderful month where you know you're going to hit some stuff, and it's casting votes for yourself that, hey, I'm going to actually push through on this and have a great year.
Perseverance. Don't give up. I've also, what's been important for me is kind of, what are things I need in place? Who are those people I need to have in my corner to almost be my border buddy, help me? I know I've asked you, especially when it comes to, I would say, the food that I'm absorbing, or maybe my wine is, be that extra pair of eyes or support, and for me as well is not to be offended then when you do say, do you really want that extra slice of cake? Because I've given you permission to say, maybe you've had, and it's enough.
And for those of you who are not too familiar with the term border buddy, it's a beautiful term, and sometimes we need these people in our lives that believe in us, and in some ways they support and coach us to push beyond the borders. And in 24, hopefully all of us have got areas where we're saying, I'm going to push myself beyond the border here. The concern is that we often just stay within our walls and we get stuck. So border buddies are these great people who you share the dream with, you share the vision, and they just support you in getting across the line. So if you don't have border buddies, good time to maybe implement them. Say to somebody, hey, it's February, I just need somebody to support me in pushing this a couple of degrees further from where it is now.
And I think we also I love that 1%. We talk about, even if we just improve in what we're doing by 1%, and it's those little incremental marginal gains that one makes that over time does have a profound impact in our overall well-being.
Yeah. Improve by 1% water intake every single day of this year, and by the end of the year you're drinking, I think it's 37% more. Now apply that in exercise and spirituality, faith, or all those different things. It's just every day make yourself slightly better, and sometimes you will have the day where maybe didn't make myself better today, or didn't make anybody else better today, but we know those days are going to be there. But every day wake up with the intention to just say, let's just push this 1% further, because we want to have great years, a great year in 24, but we do know the dip's coming in, and February is often that dip month.
So my encouragement to everyone is be kind, be gracious to yourself, don't give up. It's normal, the challenges of life, and you're a lot stronger than you think. So keep going. We still got a long way to go, and have a remarkable day.
Well said.